Hi, Dr. Jennifer Hartstein.
Yes, hi. Yes.
Hartstein.
Hartstein, yes.
Hartstein.
You're tired. You can say it however it works.
Yeah. Did you see my excuse later?
I heard you just now.
Yeah, total excuse, but that's okay. I did actually fly in at like.
Are your arms tired?
Oh my God,
But
I'm so tired. We'll be here.
We'll
be here all week. Try the
veal.
chicken piccata. This is good. I like you. So.
Sorry.
Making a really smooth segue into our next interview, which is about fears. Probably how our viewers are afraid to watch us right now.
No way.
No way.
It's morning entertainment.
It is morning entertainment, and you are so entertaining.
Okay.
I have to say, please join us more often.
Okay.
Let's talk about this study. Not this study, but just specifically.
We can talk about the study too, but
yeah, that study is over. Let's not get
done.
that confused, because we already confused once. I think she looked at me like I had a horn on my head.
Okay.
But let's talk about this.
Okay.
Kids have a lot of fears.
Yeah.
We know that much. They're kids, they're young, and those fears, some of them are normal, you know, like the monsters under the bed and all that stuff. How do we know when those fears become more of a problem?
All kids do have fears. So there's about 7 typical fears: monsters, the dark, thunderstorms, to name a few. And so the fact is, when it becomes really debilitating, we have to start to worry. So if they really can't go to sleep because they're so afraid of the dark, regardless of a nightlight, reading them an extra book, all of those things, then you might want to stop and say, okay, something's interfering with sleep, it's a bigger problem, and potentially ask someone for some help to evaluate your child to see if there's more going on than just a small fear. And when it becomes so intrusive in their life, that's a problem.
And let's talk about how we deal with that, because you don't want to react to that fear in a way that's going to make it even worse.
Right, exactly. So let's look at monsters, right? So most kids have a fear of monsters at some point, maybe 2, 3, 4, often fears come up when we're transitioning from one developmental stage to another. So they're going from their crib to their big boy bed, and all of a sudden the monsters appear. So you want to say to them, there's no monsters here, and you want to be very flat about it. There's no special magic dust, there's no giving credence to the reality. It's just, look, there's nothing here, and I'll sit with you for a few minutes, and then you're going to go to bed. And if they're still afraid of the dark, we're going to add a night light. So we're going to give some strategies to them on how to handle it and ask them to keep talking to us about it. And usually 3 or 4 months go by and it all kind of subsides.
And if it doesn't, that's when you know maybe it's time to talk to someone, a specialist about it.
Yes, if you see that it's really becoming so bad, 2 months, 3 months, 4 months down the road, you might want to say, okay, we need to figure this out a little more, and ask your pediatrician, ask a doctor, see a child psychologist, something to get a better sense of what's happening. And they may just say, give it another month, it's all okay. And you want to see what else is happening. Is there other stressors? What's other changes? All of that's going to increase a kid's fears.
Like what other stressors could augment a fear?
Arrival of a new sibling, or any sort of, kids are really intuitive, and if there's any stress going on with their parents, they're going to pick up on that. So that could cause it. Starting a new school, any major change is stress.
Kids aren't very good with change.
No, kids are sometimes better in the change than adults, but it's figuring out how to process the change, and it's also how parents process the change. So if there's preparation for the change, easy transition. No preparation, it's going to be much harder. So you want to prepare.
And you don't want to avoid the fears. You want to deal with it. I mean, avoidance is also a big no-no.
Most of the time. So one of the fears that was highlighted in Parents Magazine is a fear of costume characters. And kids do, at 3 and 4, they need to see a face. They need to know if you're friendly. And although they do understand that Mickey Mouse on TV is friendly, Mickey Mouse in a costume
can be frightening.
Right, can be frightening because it's one facial expression. So that if your kid is nervous, you may want to take them out of the situation, help them calm down, talk to them about why they should or shouldn't be afraid, and bring them back. And if they really can't tolerate it, if overexposure, forcing them to face their fears before they're ready, can actually make them more afraid. So you want to really balance it. You can't avoid the doctor, they have to go. But costume characters, you can ease them into it. Dogs is the same thing.
Is there a reason why some kids perhaps are more afraid than others? Do we know why that happens in some children?
It's hard to say. Biologically, they just might be more predisposed, have a greater tendency towards anxiety. Parents may be more fearful, and our kids pick up on that. Dogs is a great example of that. If a parent is afraid of a dog, kids are going to pick up on that fear, and they're going to be afraid of the dog. So if you want your kids to be fine around dogs, you have to teach them the right way to be around them and get over your own fear so that you can teach them.
And make sure perhaps you don't project your fears onto your kids. So if you do have a certain fear and you're too old to, say, change those habits.
You're never too old to change your habits.
say you're a little older and you don't want to change it right
Sorry.
now, or you're still dealing with it,
Yeah.
would you want to at least try not to show that fear in front of the children?
You want to be aware of how that's going to impact them. So if you're deathly afraid of dogs, you may want to work on being more comfortable because your kid is going to be deathly afraid, and that's tough. So you can always change them. You just got to know how to and who to ask.
Dr. Hartstein, did I get that right?
That was right, yeah.
I got it right. You are so lovely to chat with.
you.
I really enjoyed this conversation.
Me too.
Please join us at any time.
Okay.
We would love to have you back.
Thanks.
And enjoy
come
the
back.
beautiful weekend, because it really is a beautiful weekend.
Beautiful blue sky. Everybody get outside today.
Yes, yes. And did you hear about the lunar eclipse?
No.
Yes, there's a lunar eclipse. We can't see it from here, though.
Oh.
Yeah. But if you're
But it's
somewhere
happening.
else and you can't see it, please do, and let us know about it.
It's over now.
It's over. Oh, right. It happened at
Gone.
7:30, right? It just
Happened
happened.
at
I was on TV then.
Was it that quick? Oh, were you?
Yeah.
I
How
was
was
on.
it, by the
It
way?
was good.
Was that interview better than this interview?
Never.
Never.